down to 10 on the 7.
What you out there? Yes, clear. Loud, clear.
Friendly fire!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Welcome to the Friendly Fire podcast. Thank you. What's up, dog?
Hello.
Not solo. We always call it solo, but it's not.
It's a two-man. What does two-man mean? I see the kids always say, me and my friends want to do a two-man. I see it on TikTok a lot. It's like it's like girls banging two dudes at the same time.
It must be.
Right? Have you heard this?
Right? No, I haven't.
I don't know. I shouldn't be on TikTok.
Yeah, no. So I'm having this experience lately. Slang term for a double date with two guys link up. Maybe I guess it's kind of like
it's just hanging out as a group.
It's like
just a double date.
Yeah, it's just,
back in my day, we just called it a double date, and you fuck your friend's wife in the ass.
That is, I have a bit now that I'm doing that's a lot about like kids and like the TikTok stuff. You know, that's crazy.
What are you doing like kids these days?
Yeah,
that rules though. What's
weird.
the angle?
It's just basically like me getting called chopped unk.
Oh, I've heard that.
And having to just kind of I did it at Powerbomb that night.
Kind of Google
but
it.
It is that like it is that feeling of being like these kids these days. But dude, being on TikTok enough.
Oh yeah.
It really is where I'm just like, I don't even understand what this means.
100%.
I don't want to have to like look up slang that makes me feel bad. I want like real news. I want to hear about like the Michigan head coach fucking hookers, fucking college girls,
and then showing up at her house.
Bro, okay, so that is the craziest fucking. This guy, have you heard about this?
No.
Michigan football head coach. It's like one of the biggest programs in college football. Got fired, and initially it wasn't really mentioned why. And then, so what happened is he had been fucking like players' assistant, like young girls who worked on the team, which I think got found out. Which is why he got fired. And then once he got fired, he showed up to this girl's house and threatened to kill him, broke into her house and threatened to kill himself with like a butter knife.
Yeah.
Like grabbed a butter knife.
I'll fucking do it.
I swear to fucking God. Just trying and just being like,
I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I'm going to fucking do it.
Oh, dude, but I don't think he doesn't
so
have that. He did go full white guy spaz.
Yeah, he went full 8th grade white guy spaz.
Dude, I mean that is white guys have a couple moves and it all involves our fists. We're either hitting a wall or hitting ourselves. If you don't give us what you want, wall, fucking I'm so fucking.
Oh, is this what you wanted? I'm so stupid.
Have you seen there is one specific? There's many videos of white dudes like just full.
Did you almost say white boys?
Themselves. Yeah. And then
Mayonnaise full video. Okay, I'm not gonna do the voice. I'm not gonna do the voice. I've learned because we might end up on Joke World for 190,000 people to see.
The best black sins this year. This year being like, damn, these white boys. Shit, these white boys be getting crazy. Yeah, but there's one of this girl and he's just like, so what? What? It's over? I mean, dude. I mean, he rocks himself, and she just go and like. I think he does it twice, and she just goes, "Oh my God!" Like you can tell she's just like, "Whoa!"
She's like, "Wait, I didn't know you were gonna do." She's like, "Oh fuck, yeah, no, I'm back with you."
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck.
Imagine that working.
That work. Oh, I didn't know that you were gonna fucking do that.
Oh, whoa!
If you would have fucking told me you were gonna just
I didn't
knock
know you were
yourself
gonna
out.
dislocate your own jaw.
And there is a
cool.
There's Oakley sunglass white guys with like frosted, like they like gel their hair into faux hawks and like wear affliction t-shirts. That's the type of guy.
Yeah.
We never talk about the Claire's managers though. The ladies who are like
who are fucking that guy.
Who are fucking that guy.
Yeah, you're right. We don't talk enough about the 35-year-old manager at a mall.
At a mall she's got the swoopy bang, she's got the highlights. Or what do they call those? Yeah, the bleached, like when it's bleached blonde.
Yeah, highlights.
Highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess I guess they do talk about that. I think that's the Karen trope.
Yeah.
But she's not a Karen. It's a different
No,
lady.
it is a different lady.
It's a different lady.
She has a lip piercing, but like not in a hot way.
Yeah, she's got a lip piercing in like a gross way.
Yeah, in a way where you're like, oh God.
She's got like her baby's paw or dog or footprint.
Her baby's paw print
tattoo. Her baby's
That's awesome.
her baby's footprint tattooed.
Uh-huh.
A boyfriend's an ex-boyfriend's name on her somewhere. I mean
Is that a real Is that a real picture?
Is. Yeah.
Yo, that's tough, dude.
Also, like, just nuts to. You're the head of the football program. Fuck somebody
dude.
else.
You know what sucks, bro? Is like
you could fuck anybody else. Just move on.
It's totally fine to be horny. Like, did you cheat on your wife and do you have a family? Yes, that does make it wrong. But if we're just speaking generally and historically, people of power do that like all the time. But like getting fired for cause is the way they worded it, which is like basically like if you have something in your contract. Like he got fired for like doing something that he was not allowed to do.
He took a dip in the pool.
He dipped in the pool. He dipped in the white girl pool, and then
and he couldn't swim. Okay.
And he
I'm sorry.
Hey, I'll give you that one. That one was good.
I'm sorry.
That one was good. He said, "Give me a life vest, or I'm gonna stab myself in the neck with this butter knife. I can't swim." Fuck, what was I even saying? But like, if you're don't the amount of like emotional irregulation you have to spaz so hard that you break into a woman's house, knowing like it's gonna happen. Like,
have you ever
knowing you're gonna get arrested?
Have you ever showed up to an ex's house at all?
No,
I never have.
The closest thing I've ever done was I had an ex. This is years ago. Who, we dated for like 6 months. I broke up with her. I slept with somebody, and then like a week later, and then a week after that, I started hanging out with her again. The girl in between, there's more context in this, but this is the Cliff Notes. The girl in between found out that I was hanging out with her again and told her, "Hey, he fucked me like a week ago." In her mind, I cheated on her. Even though I like pretty objectively like called her. I remember calling her and breaking up with her. But nonetheless, I understand her upset, but she blocked me. And she kept me blocked for like years. Like 5. It was crazy. We actually just talked for the first time like a year ago again. And I wanted to write her a letter, like an amends letter. It's like a pretty, I know this sounds crazy, like a handwritten letter. It's a fairly normal thing in my recovery
right.
world.
To make amends, yeah.
To make amends, and like a letter is like an appropriate way to do that because it doesn't force a response on anybody. You know what I mean? Like calling somebody or even like texting. But I was like, I wrote it out. I was at work and I was just like 2 blocks away. And I was like, I'm not going to go buy postage and I'm just going to fucking leave it in her mailbox. So I did. I drove by once to see if she didn't have a car at the time. So I had to see if her bike was outside.
And luckily enough, she was at middle school right there.
I forgot that she didn't get out till 3. And I had to like drive up. Well, what's funny is at first I drove up close to get into the mailbox, but it was on the passenger side. So I reached across, but then like it was up like close to like the top of my, so I couldn't get the handle down. So then I drove off and did a U-turn.
So you did 3.
And came back on the drive.
That's crazy.
So I drove by once. And then I was like, okay, coast is clear. And then I drove by again, and then I couldn't get the thing down. And I'm like leaned across my the center console, like trying. And then so I drove off again, and then I came back on the driver's side and got it up and in. But you know what's even? You know what the funniest thing?
It's like a drive-through when you drop your credit card and you're like, fuck.
You know what's funny though is that I put a stamp on it so she didn't think that I dropped it off. So she thought that I mailed it.
So you still...
I just really didn't want to go to the post office.
Yeah.
So this is actually... Well, okay. Are we going to... Are we dry snitching on me right now? Are you fucking kidding me?
You can't... Whoa. You can't just you.
Oh fuck!
Matt just
dude.
admitted to a felony.
Why are you
Clip
doing
it. Clip
Why are you
it.
doing
I'm
this?
trying to save you here,
State
buddy.
of limita-
You
or
already
statute.
admitted to it.
A
You're trying
statute
to
of
fucking-
limitations.
Yeah. What's this? Yeah. I guess I didn't really think about that.
It's
that
fine.
Does
You
make
can. Well, I mean, you
sense.
can totally give a girl. Did she ever respond?
So she didn't respond to the letter. So like a year ago, she reached back out and we talked, and she did say she got the letter, and she did tell me that she knew that I didn't mail it. She knew that I put it in the mailbox, which I thought was funny.
Did she see?
No, she just, I didn't really think about it, which is funny because I worked for UPS at 2 separate times up until that point. And like when you send something through the mail, it has this like ink squiggles on it. Like they run it through machines
I
that
didn't
like
know that.
stamp zip codes on it and stuff, so they know where it's going. And this was just like a clean envelope that had obviously come from the box
With a
straight
heart
into
sticker
her mail.
holding it together.
Yeah, like one of those like warm wax.
Yeah.
stamps. Like,
You did your seal on it.
yeah,
The
so-
Ross family seal.
So
Just a mushroom tip there.
You dipped your dick into hot wax and slapped it.
like,
Did you ever do that when your mom? Did your mom have one of those candles growing up?
I didn't put my dick in
No,
it. But
of course
dude, I
you
used to
never-
put,
yeah, your
I
fingers
used to
in
put
it.
my entire hand in it and then let it dry and then put it back
Totally.
in. Yeah, dude, those were the best.
Yeah, I think people who did that definitely were. I mean, because I did the same thing. I don't think they.
You know what
That's
it
a
is?
type of kid.
A guy you talk about all the time, guy who would turn his eyelids inside
Yes,
out.
yes,
That-
yes,
The
yes,
wax
yes.
candle thing, it's like 2 or 3 down from
Yeah,
that.
it's
a specific. It's a specific kind of trouble, like troubled kid, but it's not.
It's
like,
detention trouble. It's not suspended trouble.
Yeah.
yeah.
I did get suspended when I was young for bringing a knife to school.
Why did you bring a knife?
Motherfuckers were trying me, man.
What type of
me
knife?
at Villa Teresa. It was like a pocket knife. It was like a Swiss Army knife.
Oh,
and
was it
I
like a
had
mistake?
I had just no, it wasn't a mistake. I knew I brought it, but I had just done my first like Boy Scout, like Weebelo Scout meeting the week before. And I mean, I forget some of the details. It was like fucking first grade. But I brought it to school because I wanted to show, and I showed my friends. And then the teacher was like, you need to go give that to the principal. Which, now thinking back on it, is a crazy thing to do to like a 6-year-old, to be like, you're responsible now for leaving, walking into the, who was a scary guy, by the way, and giving it to him. So I left the class, I walked downstairs, and then I just walked straight back upstairs. I was like, yeah, right, bitch. I'm going to fucking snitch on myself? No way. And then, of course, she found out I didn't do it. And then the fucking dude, my mom was furious. My mom would probably still get pretty amped up about it today, about getting suspended. And I think I legit was in I think I was in first grade. And I got suspended for 3 days for bringing a knife to school and then not turning it in myself. Why would the teacher not take it from me?
Yeah, that's a weird
I was set up.
diffusion of responsibility.
I
Totally.
was set up now that I'm thinking about it.
Totally.
They hate to see. Yeah, you know what? They hate to see you.
I got suspended. My dad, not my mom. My dad gets mad about one of those as well. When I got suspended because I got into a fight when I was a freshman at school, and then it was technically my second offense, because also I got suspended at the last. So I don't know. Sports would get 28 days suspension. If you got in trouble, you'd get a 28-day suspension, and then if you got in trouble a second time, you'd get a 58-day suspension, and then it would just keep doubling.
Whoa.
So like, or 56 days. So it would be like, on your first offense, you would get 28-day suspension of that sport through our like school's policy, then 58 or 56, and then if you got a third one that year, you were just done for the year, and then it would carry over into the next year. So like, but it would
Holy
start. It would
shit.
start the day of the offense, right? So like you could get in trouble in like September, and then if you want to end football season, and let's say football goes until October 20th, and you get in trouble in September, you'd be suspended basically the entire season, essentially, for that month. But if you got in trouble on like October 10th and the football season ends on the 11th, and then wrestling starts like January 1st, you'd technically start your suspension the day it happened. So by the time wrestling came around, you would be good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Fuck, a lot of math.
a lot of math.
Listen to
a
this
lot of math. A
story.
lot of math for this stupid story that goes nowhere. But basically, I got in trouble when I was young, and when I was a freshman, I got kicked out of school. I was like, I got in-school suspension, which got me a 28-day suspension. But I got in-school suspension for bringing a universal remote to my Spanish teacher's class, and I programmed it, and then like I would just turn shit on randomly all the time.
awesome.
Super funny prank. Like,
That's a really great prank.
yeah, she would get pissed
Of course.
because she had no idea what was
Now,
happening.
did you have an actual Hispanic?
No,
Spanish
dude, I had a
teacher?
white
Yeah.
lady named Lori Axtall.
Yeah, we had Senora Henson.
Yeah, Miss Axtall or Senora Axtall. My name was Ignacio, my Spanish name.
What do you mean your name?
My
They just-
Spanish name was Ignacio. We had Spanish names in my class.
But that's not your actual.
No, but if you went into Spanish class, they would be like assign you a Espanol name, and mine was Ignacio, which means
you-
Nacho.
It's Josue. Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
No, I know.
No,
but you
I'm
gotta
not-
pick your name. You gotta pick
And
your
you picked
Espanol name. I
Ignacio?
picked Ignacio. I was Ignacio for
What?
a bit.
That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to do.
You guys didn't have to do that?
No, dude, we were just our names, and even if
In African American studies, you didn't do that.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, you can't. You can only do it for Spanish class.
Yeah, you really can. No, we didn't do that.
So anyways, I got in trouble. So back to the story. I got in trouble. I got caught with the universal remote after like months of terrorizing this lady. Like I would bring it some days I wouldn't. They ended up setting up a camera in the class and they caught me.
Well, this was like full.
It was a
blown,
full
like,
operation.
Dude, they were like
the principal was like
tracking you
pissed.
down.
Yeah, the principal was pissed because
Yeah.
so I got suspended in school suspension. Started my 28 days there. Then baseball season comes around. Baseball season starts, and I'm a freshman, and I'm like two days into baseball, and I get into a fight in the school. We both get out of school suspension for 3 days. But now because I had my second offense, it was a 56-day suspension for that season. Damn. Right? So I basically missed almost all of baseball. And then I came back with the last 2 weeks of 2 weeks of baseball practice. And then I obviously didn't play because I got in a bunch of
you've been out
trouble.
all
And
season.
I was. And my dad wouldn't let me not be on the team. So my dad holds that grudge like
Still?
crazy. Yeah, he'll be like, fucking Bob Horner. All he gives a
Yeah.
he's fucking Coach Horner. Yeah, you can't fucking discipline a kid like that. The fuck, you're gonna make him not want to play fucking bait? Because then I just anytime they would use me, I would just always play the second game.
Yeah.
which is the game where the bad kids played, and I would be
Yeah.
playing the second game, and all he would do is have me bunt. And my dad was like,
Damn.
and I was like I wasn't good at baseball, but I was like, I'm better than. And if you're listening, love you, buddy, but
He was better than you.
I was better
and
than
with
you.
attitude about it.
actually, it was Matt Meyer who was hot. Matt Meyer was hot.
But bad at baseball.
No, he actually played college basketball. But anyways, I'm now digging myself into this hole. Point being that even when I got in, the same coach just held it against me the whole time, and my dad will bring it up when he's drunk all the time, as if like I'm fucking. I was never gonna be
fucking
a
30 now.
Yeah, I was never gonna be a baseball
For
player.
sure.
It was like
so my parents, my parents, it's chilled out, but my parents will do the same thing. My high school basketball coach, like I wouldn't say that. I'm not saying this to just say it, like, because it wasn't just me, but like the things that he would do were like straight up like abusive. Like they
Yeah.
were like verbally, emotionally, like he would just do like. He would fuck with you in way like he would do like classic shit, like coach shit, where he would like run us to death, and then he would go, okay, like Ross, you're good, get on the line. If he doesn't make this,
Everybody's
everybody
doing
else
it.
has to run
Yes.
again. And it was just like shit like that. He would start me. I'd play great. I'd make one mistake. He'd pull me. He'd sit me and start a guy younger than me who just like objectively and even according to him like just wasn't as good as me. It was crazy. Right?
yeah, it was all like that. Fucking,
And then it all came to a head. It worked out perfect. The state tournament I played fucking awesome, and we won the state title my senior year.
yeah,
So
didn't
it
you
all-
ball? Didn't you get MVP?
I did. I balled out.
You got
I
MVP of the state
absolutely-
tournament?
I absolutely high school heroed it. I don't think they did a state. They didn't do like an MVP. They did a all tournament team. So for the state tournament, 5-star, and I was on that.
You were on the all tournament
and
team,
I scored the most points state championship game.
dude. That's a fuck. And what the
Fuck you, Tondrell Durham. I was
Yeah.
about to tell a story about how my parents are still resentful, and I'm like, yeah, fuck you, idiot.
Was 5A, 4A?
5A.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
You got an athlete here.
Yeah, no, dude. That's the thing these motherfuckers don't know about me. I was a baller.
Yeah,
now,
you're 6'5".
Now I'm a golfer. But I used to be a baller, man. Sometimes I want to show up to those comic fucking basketball games just to show them what's up.
Well, we
dude.
did that one.
I know, and I hurt so bad the next day that I was like, I can't do this, man.
We showed up, and all I did was be a little brother and give the ball to
Yeah.
Matt. I was just playing defense and just dishing the ball to Matt. Matt was dunking. I remember
Yeah.
this. Matt like dunked on Brian Says.
It was awesome. It was
Just
awesome.
to dunk on
We
somebody.
had such a fun time, and then the next day I could not stand
Then
up straight.
you were iced.
Dude, it was tough. But anyway, so all that to say, my parents, like I'm over it. Like here's the thing, like it worked out.
Yeah.
It ended successfully. I probably could have got more college opportunity if he had cared and liked me the way he did like two other guys that he like kind of just like really showed favor to. I probably could have got looked at by more colleges and gone to different places and scholarships to like bigger places instead of like going to walk on somewhere. But I also did get addicted to heroin. Like it's it's not like I could have. I think like but like sometimes my parents still have that thing where they're like, well, if he had done this and that, maybe you would have had a better opportunity, and then maybe this stuff wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, it's the butterfly effect.
Which is funny because it's like, dog, I'm almost 32 years old. Like
Yeah,
I was
give up
never
on-
absolute 100% best case scenario. I'm in Yugoslavia playing fucking small forward.
There you go, though.
that's
That
it. Like-
rules.
Like, no, it doesn't.
Dude, you're making like
Dude,
$40,000 a year.
It doesn't, dog. I have friends who I used to play like AAU with and in high school with who are still trying to make the dream work. And it's like, I love you and I get it. And like, I'm grateful that I found other things to be passionate about because basketball was my whole life, my entire life. But dog, you are 30 years old. You have to be an assistant coach somewhere now.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to do.
Totally.
You have to go back to your high school, teach fucking biology, and coach, and be passionate about that. There's no shame in that. Become a realtor in the spare time so you can afford
Everything.
life. Yeah.
Dude, no, that is were your parents boosters? Remembers the booster?
No,
That was like a big thing in my school. So like,
we did have a lot of rich kids in my school though.
yeah, if you did
And
like,
it did like so.
it totally affects playing time.
Dude, the kid who was younger than me who would get started sometimes.
His parents bought the locker room for the visiting team.
I don't want to out him like this because he's a good guy and his family, all my experience with them are great. You know, like the Love's travel stops.
Yeah.
That's his family.
Oh.
They are like, I mean,
They're the Loves?
Yes. They legitimately him and his brother who was 2 or 3 years older than me, who was also a fucking baller. And they were both great at basketball. But
Right.
But that's who would get.
Yeah.
If I so much
Because they bought the weight room for the fucking
if
school.
I so
Of
much
course.
as slipped a screen and like it was
Yeah,
not
well-
good. Like I would get yanked and they'd put him in. But yeah, like I mean those people are legitimately billionaires and their family is donating like a crazy
Yeah.
amount of money. But
They were-
so that's the
yeah,
kind-
right.
I'm not saying they were paying for playing time because it's obviously like he was good. But
Yeah, but if you have to choose between the
there's
two.
there's a lot of he's just one example of like
Well, that's
not billionaire. We didn't have a bunch of billionaires, but we had like people who fucking
Yeah, you were
have money.
private
And
Catholic school.
Yeah, my family like we weren't
Yeah,
donating.
no, there because that was a big thing with the public school I went to too. It's like it was like if you were a member of the booster club, parents were highly incentivized to donate to the booster clubs. Like
course.
you would go. It'd be like football camp after you'd get the dog shit slayed out of you. You'd be doing conditioning for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then your parents would come to pick you up. Before they would pick you up, they'd have a big huddle round circle where the mom would be like the head coach would be like, and we have power bars that we are going to be selling and all the donations go to New Jersey's for the team.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you don't have to do it. But if you guys, we get initiative, like you could get like stickers on your helmet if you sold this. If you're like, it was a whole thing.
We're gonna give you.
It was-
That's funny.
It was like
it's like buying
totally
like a Fortnite skin.
Yeah.
It's like, his jersey will look cooler than
You
everybody
could get
else.
I remember you could get a T-shirt if your parents were it. Like they gave you like mohawks. Like we had this like shirt that was which is very funny. Band of Brothers, like the show.
Mm-hmm.
The cover art for that is two, like it's like a platoon walking online and it's just silhouettes.
Yeah.
They made that, but for like guys holding their helmets and like football. And they were like, you would get it if you
1
joined
and 9, by the way.
Yeah, 1 and 9. And you would get it if you joined the booster club.
That's so
Band of
funny,
Brothers,
dude.
Mason City Mohawks, the best veer offense you've ever fucking seen. We had Jack Diedick running the court. Jack Diedick was a freak athlete. He was a 5'7" quarterback.
Yeah.
He was a freak wrestler. He was so good. He scared the shit out of everybody. He would do this thing. Maybe I shouldn't talk about him because I'm still scared of him to this day. But he would do this thing where he would be like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" And you'd be like, I don't know, man. I gotta like do a bunch of homework. And he'd be like, "Meet me at the park. I'm gonna fight you if you don't hang out with me." He would do that to everybody.
What?
We were afraid. Everybody was afraid of him.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, he was.
That's
hanging out
kind of
with
cool
people.
to be like, I want friends. Oh, you don't want to be my friend? I'll fuck you up.
I'll fuck you up. And then everybody was like, yeah, dude, he's like a varsity wrestler as a freshman. Everybody's like,
dude,
yeah, I'm going to hang out with you.
That's alpha shit, dude.
It is. It's scary.
That
And
really
he's-
is. Imagine.
I think he's since tried to he's definitely tried to reconcile, and like he's talked to me many times about
Yeah.
it. It's like a thing where he
Yeah,
feels,
man. You know, I've even done, I was by no means like a bully in high school or anything, but there's a hierarchy to everybody is mean to everybody basically in high school, and there's a hierarchy to it, and I was very much like middle bottom rung, like I wasn't at the so like everybody is kind of, and I just like I forget who it was even to, but I remember I just used to be kind of a dick to this girl, and I remember just like this is years ago. I remember just kind of being like, "Hey, like sorry I was like that," and she was like, "Yeah, we were like kids," and I was like, "Yeah, but I'm like thinking about it," and I'm like, I was like,
dude, I've gotten those.
I was like really mean. Like, it was in the context of a conversation, but it was crazy to just be like, I think I was like a 26-year-old just being like, "Hey, sorry for 10 years ago, by the way, but you know, you gotta do it."
I sent a
guess.
message like that when I was fucking hammered.
That's awesome.
One night, I was
That's awesome,
I was
dude.
like, dude, I'm so sorry, Alex, this kid Alex, and I was like, dude, I never meant to make fun of you the way that we did, because we targeted him, and I sent him this long ass paragraph, and then by the way, the thinking it was sentimental in the moment, I was like feeling like, God, I feel it's weighed on me, so I sent him this message. And then the next day I woke up and felt like a fucking idiot. I was like, why did I apologize to that fucking dork? No, I didn't feel that way. I did feel very silly though. I felt very silly.
Dude, imagine waking up and unsending it, but he's already read it, so he's like, did he unsend the apology?
Did he block me?
Yeah, what the fuck is
But
that?
I did feel really bad. It's weird what sticks with you from those moments, because
Yeah.
there was an incident specifically with this kid where he wanted to get cheesed. He had kind of a lisp, and he's a great guy. We enjoy. Truly.
Hey, heaven forbid you're in high school and have any physical disabilities that you can't, that you absolutely can't control.
He would say S is a little weird because he had braces. So he was like, we were all excited. We were getting ready for football. We were at the store getting like snacks for the bus, because there was a Hy-Vee right next to our school. Did you guys have Hy-Vees? Just like a grocery store, like H-E-B. But we all went in there before the bus, and he was all excited. We was like 10 of us walking in the snack aisle, and he went, "Ooh, cheese nips." And he said it like that, and I went, "What'd you say?" And then we all just started calling him cheese nips for like 3 years.
Oh, you've told me about
And
this,
I
God.
feel it's still a good bit. I do feel horrific about it. And in my adult life, I feel very bad about it. He's the man. I've since talked to him. He's now very successful. He's got a family. He's got a
Does
kid.
he still have the...
He doesn't have the lisp anymore.
Great.
He had jaw surgery.
Good.
I think he had to have 6 of them. I'm kidding. That was mean. That was me being mean
they
again.
had to really fine tune that
no.
S.
Yeah,
was-
but yeah, I still sometimes I will reflect on that in moments of, which is also like sort of, if I'm psychoanalyzing it, it's also sort of egotistical of myself to be like feeling bad about the fact that I made somebody feel bad. Like, do you get what I mean?
Well, it's selfish.
Yeah, it's like I'm not proud of that I did that, and instead of trying to reconcile for the sake of being nice to him and being a good person, it's like a thing where I'm like, I want to clear my conscience.
Exactly.
And it's like, no, that's not the. It's not that it's not the right. It's like that's the reflection you need, I think, to get to the steps of that.
Yeah.
But it is rooted in some type of weird ego.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I can't believe I would ever do that. And it's
I
like
think
instead of having empathy,
right. Yeah.
it's like me being like, I'm so much better than that.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? It's
It
crazy.
really-
It's crazy.
That really is just being like, "Pff, I'm such a better guy than that now. I got, and you know who needs to know it? That
Yeah. That's what's. You know who
That's
I
what
need.
it is.
Yeah. You know who really needs to know that I'm a better person is this guy who
that
I
I was
shit on.
awful to. Because that is the thing where it's like, yeah, we all grow, and like when we were young, we did a bunch of shit that like we would never do now. But it is funny to be like a full grown man and be like, I need to tell Rebecca that I know I was mean.
Yeah.
You know?
Like
I
she's gonna
need to-
immediately be like, "Whoa, he's so much cooler now."
Oh wow! I always knew you were actually a good guy.
Yeah.
Even when you were being mean to me.
Even when
I
everybody made
knew.
fun of me and you
Yeah.
made me cry.
Dude, I used to get fucking roasted though. I used to get fucking destroyed by like my friends. Like, well, there's this dude Joe, and he was just the mean friend. And it, like when you look back and like you're all kids, you go, this was definitely rooted in like insecurity of, you know, it's all that. But he was, dude. So they used to make nicknames up for me all the time.
Yeah.
Some of them have still, like Dasani is one, Dasani Ross.
Which still is hilarious to me.
Dasani Ross, Fat Ross.
I still like that one.
Snack Ross, Red Diamond Ross. I loved Red Diamond sweet tea.
These are it's sort of funny to make fun of you for the beverage you're drinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Dasani Ross doesn't even make sense. It's like, what, he's trying to hydrate?
The funny thing about Dasani is
And it's getting stuck in
I
your
was
ass
at
or
lunch. I was drinking.
Then I would call you Dasani Ross.
Yeah, that makes sense. If I was like, yo, I stuck a Dasani bottle in my ass, and you're like, okay, Dasani Ross. I would be like, yeah, that's great. Of course, I should have never told you that. But I was at lunch. I had a bottle of Dasani, and I was telling people were asking me about the nicknames. They were like, "What is it with the fucking all these?" And I was like, "He just makes them up and just like about nothing." Like Red Diamond was because I like drinking Red Diamond. Snack Ross is because one time I was accidentally the man. My mom gave me 100 to break, and she was like, "Just go buy like a bag of chips or whatever you want, and then bring me the change." And I was like, "I'm gonna buy a bunch of snacks," and then I put them in the back of my car, and we were all fucking getting high in my car. And then I was just like, "Hey, by the way, reach back there." And chips and candy and drinks, and everybody was like, "Let's go." And then that got turned into a mean nickname. I was like, oh, what? Sorry, I was the man when we were all getting high. Whatever. So like they were all just these nondescript, nothing happened, and I was describing that, and I said like, yeah, like if he saw me drinking this, he might call me Dasani Ross, and he was behind. I didn't know he had just walked up behind me.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Is he? He's literally right behind me, isn't he?
Dasani, and then he called me Dasani Ross.
By the way, kind of a clutch thing to have, like the snack pile. Dude,
I forgot that I was so high when I remembered it was back there. I was so fucking pumped.
What we should have done in hindsight when I was younger and smoking weed and doing all these drugs, it should have been like T-ball rules where it's like, well, Matt's got the snacks this week.
Yeah. You bring the bag of oranges.
Yes.
Yeah.
You bring the
Sun.
Sunny D, and we will all. And then we rotate, but instead, one guy brings the snacks. He gets made fun of the rest of his life.
Yeah, exactly.
Hilarious.
I was like,
I do like
what
that.
the fuck? There was a bunch of. I've forgotten a bunch of them now, but like, and then the best / worst one was Soft Ross. This one sucked. This one sucked. And it's exactly why you think.
Oh my god.
I hooked up with some girl like blackout on. I was like fucking like 17. Like it wasn't like I had ED. Like I was just like I got whiskey dick, and it was a girl that he had also hooked up. There were a couple girls that were kind of just like for a lack of better term, for the team. You know what I mean?
A couple girls who went to a private Catholic high school.
Even in high school, there were some that were, they were for the squad. And this was one of them. And then I just couldn't keep it up because I was like like legit blackout drunk, and she told him, and then he called me soft Ross, and I was like, yeah, man. Like even back then, I was like, that's a little. It was less embarrassing for him to tell people that like that's why, and more embarrassing for it to be like, oh, it was with her. like that at the time. That's who I was like, I don't want people to know that I fucked her.
Dude, you can't let everybody know I fucked McKenna, dude.
Yeah,
Stop.
exactly. So I used to get.
Do you remember? But there's
destroyed,
something
man.
nice about. There was something nice about like younger day hookups, like when you're like, I remember.
What was it?
No. It was like an adventure, dude. Going on a 2-man, as the kids are saying
Going
now.
on a 2-man?
Like we snuck into, my friend Tyler Moorhead and I snuck into some girl's basement with her because her parents upstairs. She and her friend were hanging out downstairs in the basement.
Exhilarating.
And dude, sneaking into the window, fingering her.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
fingering a lady, and her parents were up there unbeknownst to anybody, and I'm doing a bad job.
Yeah.
I'm fucking 17. I'm just fucking.
I'm 17
Dude,
and
I'm
I'm
throw-
white. I have no rhythm.
Yeah,
I'm just
dude.
like,
I got no form. I'm fucking. Dude, I got fingernails.
I used to be so committed to fingering. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll finger now. I'm not above fingering, and I think some people really appreciate a good fingering. And I think I've learned over the years to give a good one. But like, I used to just like when that was all that you could do, you would just do it. I remember one time I hooked up with this girl on the bench at a park, and like she was sitting like straddling the bench, and I was fingering her, and dude, my knuckle scraped against the wood, and like my knuckle was like raw afterwards.
Because you just committed
And
to
I
it.
would never, like, if I did that, I'd be like, ow, fucking sit your pussy up. Like, I'm not gonna fucking, fucking.
Sit your pussy
why are
up,
we
girl.
Here? We could get arrested. Let's leave. This is crazy.
Get your pussy up a little bit higher.
Fucking pussy up. But yeah, dude, like, I mean, like raw. Like,
Yeah.
it was, like fucking brutal.
Yeah, I remember when I first got a lady that would consistently jack me off. That was like big.
Huge.
That was big for the
To
fucking.
move from consistently jacking yourself off to consistently getting jacked off, it's amazing.
It was a bike ride away too,
It
dude.
is amazing.
It was a bike ride away. I was like, this rules.
That rocks, dude.
Don't even. There's no carbon emission left.
Yeah,
I'm just.
Your
I'm
carbon,
only,
your carbon footprint for your loads back then
was
fucking
minimal.
nothing. Mine was through the roof, dude. I almost selectively had sex in cars that were running. Like that was
Yeah.
it. Like I mean, just leave it running.
dude. Not to reminisce on old hookups, but I'm gonna do one more.
Come on, dude.
One
Let's
more.
do it, man.
This girl that I wanted to hook up with forever, and if you're listening, babe, I'm so sorry. This never happened. I was this girl I
I
wanted.
hope she doesn't listen.
Yeah,
This
that'd be
would suck.
crazy. But I was this girl I wanted to hook up with the whole like my entire high school. Finally, we meet up, and this is I'm home on leave, and we meet up at the Godfather's Pizza parking lot. She wants Godfather's Pizza, the place that I fucking used to work at. I met her when I was working.
Used to run Godfather's.
And I used to be I was the Godfather. And so we would have you come to me on this day of me fingering this broad in the
You
parking lot.
come to me and you want me to finger your pussy?
So I finally hook. You want me to destroy it because I'm not doing anything good? I finally
Stab at it.
take a stab at it. It's a very funny way to.
I'll take a literal stab at it.
Finally hook up with her for the first time. Like it's like a thing where she had a boyfriend, I had a girlfriend, then like vice versa. Like I would be single, she wouldn't, whatever.
Sure.
Finally it's like it lines up. I'm home on leave. I'm single, she's single. We go and we go to meet up at the parking lot. We go in there and she goes, like we start hooking up in the car a little whatever. And then she goes, I do want to eat. And so I was like, all right, we go in there, we get food. She orders a cheeseburger pizza. Which is, I don't know if you ever heard of this pizza that they do.
Pickles, and fucking
cheddar,
sauce.
tomato. It's like different tomato sauce, and then it's like onion, pickles. She put this is the girl too. I might have told you about this. She put what's the name of that fucking coleslaw? She wanted coleslaw on it.
Wait, what is it?
Coleslaw.
Yeah.
And
I thought you said
coleslaw.
cold slaw.
No.
Like, I mean, you're technically right.
But she wanted coleslaw on it, and so then we get back after she demolished. By the way, she eats she eats like 5 pieces in front of me of that, which was every bite. I was like, this is starting to do something for me the opposite way.
Yeah.
And then the side note, she ended up she ended up we ended up breaking up, like whatever, didn't work out. And then my buddy was still worked there, and we always knew when it was her family ordering the pizza because she would want the coleslaw, and so he would send me photos of like the pizzas being made. He'd be like going out to your girl and shit.
Shit, on
so
my way
funny.
to your bitch's house,
Yeah,
dog.
stuff like that. Very
Dude,
funny.
that would be
But yeah, her breath was atrocious when we got back to the car, and
Okay.
it ruined the whole experience.
I
thought it was gonna be this big
this
moment.
is something I think I would only say 40 minutes into our pod.
Yeah, that's a safe. If you're listening, you've made it. You've earned this.
One time I went out to eat with this girl, and then afterwards we were hooking up, and she was giving me head, and she kind of gave the little like and it turned into a burp. and then I could
like
just smell the like the food that we had eaten. And to me, honestly, that's grosser than a fart. I've had a girl fart in my face while I was eating her out, and we finished the job. This, I like could not bounce back. Like smelling the worst version of the food we had just eaten.
Oh
like,
my God.
and then trying, I was like, we got
Taco Bell mixed with bile.
Bro, it was crazy. Oh my God. I have another thing to tell you guys. This is a totally different thing. Bile reminded me of it. Mothership Christmas party was on Sunday. It was carnival themed. There were corn dogs and sliders and hot dogs, which is exactly what you expect when the owner is a billionaire. But because it was carnival themed, and it was actually very fun, they did like a freak show. So they had this guy and his wife who did like sword swallowing. He hung shit from his fucking eyelids. He hammered a nail into his nose, all that kind of stuff. And his final trick was he had a tube. He got a tube and he put it up his nose, down into his stomach. He hooked the tube up to what looked like a penis pump, if I'm being honest with you. But for the viewer, it had like a pump, and it was like a tube, like a clear tube that had a pump on it. He hooked that up and he poured liquid into it. He poured a Gatorade, he poured cranberry juice, some Red Bull, and then pumped it through the thing into his stomach. And I was kind of like, this is any of us could have done. Like, this is just a medical procedure, whatever. But then I should have known. He's a showman. She sucked it. She pulled the pump and it sucked it out of his stomach through the tube back into that thing. And at one point it got clogged because he said, "Oh, we got a chunk in there." Oh. Really gross. Really, really gross stuff. I don't tell you this just to gross you out. So then he undoes the thing and pours it into a cup. He has the cup.
Oh no!
So Jay Legend runs up there and is like, "Oh," like joking around, and like he's gonna drink it. And he was fucked up. And I think I'm not gonna confirm what I think Jay Legend was on. I can confirm about a dozen people were on Molly.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was like a lot of just like people walking up and just putting a firm hand on your shoulder, just like, "It's so good to see you."
Yeah.
I'm like, it's fucking 10 o'clock on a Sunday.
Yeah,
like, I'm like, okay.
yeah.
So he starts doing it. I start screaming like absolutely not, don't do it. And I think most people were screaming that, but some people were cheering. And then the guy was like, "If you want to do it, you can't." He was like, "I will have you know, this is the chunkiest I've ever seen it." And I thought there's no way he just wanted attention because he was kind of chirping all night and running across. Like, Little Boy is empty. So where all the chairs are, there's a huge gap. So he's running up. Like, he was obviously just having a great time, kind of wanted some attention, whatever. So I thought that's what. And then enough people cheered and yelled, and he just chugged like a fucking like half of this. Dude, watching it, you guys, I started, you know, when you start gagging to the point where you're coughing, like I actually almost threw up.
My tummy's not
He
having
came
this.
up over to me after, and I pushed him. I was like, "I don't want any of what you," and he was just like, "What? Like what? Like I don't even get." It was maybe the grossest thing I've ever seen. I think I would rather watch like Two Girls, One Cup than watch that live. It was.
I don't like that at all.
And you know what's crazy is me, Spencer, Daria, and Bianca were sitting down, and Spencer was kind of like, "How much would it take for you guys to drink that cup?" And I mean, I was legitimately thinking like thousands of dollars. Like it would have to be like a lot. And then he did it for attention, for fun. And I was like,
That makes my tummy
Oh,
hurt.
dude, so fucking gross.
Dude,
It was the grossest thing I've ever watched happen in person, I think.
one of the that reminded me of a Nikki story that I had. Ariel's sister. Oh,
Yeah, dude, it's I should
She
I
has-
feel gross again.
dude, she had a straw that she was using to make. We had we made like hot chocolate, and this is like this is like 2-3 Christmases ago. And her sister had hot chocolate, and hot chocolate is just like they use milk. It's like a milk and whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't exactly know how it happened, but her straw, she ended up having the straw that she was using all winter for chocolate milk. That she had it was like a Christmas themed one. Well, then one day, like the next summer, she goes to look for a straw. She can't find a straw. So then she sees this one, grabs it, she puts it in her thing, and she takes a sip, and it's like a string of congealed, like, gunk shot into her throat, and she spewed it, and she threw up like cone wide. Like she had the thing on her mouth, and it hit her back of her throat, and she threw up immediately all over the floor because it was just condensed milk that was like rotten, that sat in the straw, that didn't get clean for months, and it shot in the back of her throat. And she said it was like the most foul tasting thing. It like hit her mouth and instantly triggered vomit.
Fuck.
And
dude.
that was, I don't know the logistics of how it happened, but I remember having to watch her projectile vomit in the kitchen, and then Toby, the dog, licked it up. The deaf, blind chihuahua that needs to be put down. He's like 75
He's
now.
still
Dude, he's like, I think he's like 22.
That dog was a menace.
I hate that little fucker.
Yeah, he sucks.
He just barks. Ariel sent me a video because she's in Florida. She sent me a video of him just staring at her, go, ah, ah, for it was like 5 minutes. She was like, he does not. I was watching a video, not to completely change everything. I saw this video that was absolutely the funniest, most terrifying, most horrific thing. I'm watching TikTok, and I'm about to go to bed. Some guy had this video that went super viral. I don't know if you saw it. It had like 2 million likes, but it was a guy that was... he was commentating his schizophrenic attack that he was having. So he had a webcam.
No, I did not see this.
And had
I
like,
wish.
dude, it had like millions of views. So he had this webcam set up, and his fiance was with him, and he was trying to like educate people and being like, this is what the process, this is like what a panic attack feels like, or like a schizophrenic attack. Did you see this?
I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
And so he's like, this is educational. He was like, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I just want people, because I think there's like a lot of assumptions and stigmas about what actually happens. And he goes, I can feel an attack coming on. So I started the webcam. So I'm already like, this is my nightmare. I'm in on watching this. And his fiance's like, well, how's it going? And he goes, everything's fine. He goes, I can just kind of, she's like, are you seeing anything right now? And he goes, no. And then she goes, are you hearing something? And he goes, yeah, I can hear like a little kid laughing. And that's already horrifying.
Holy shit.
And then he was like, and I need to confirm. He goes, I confirm with her a lot of the times during these episodes to make sure that that's not actually happening, because sometimes he'll hear something and it's the neighbor or whatever, you know? And he goes, and so he goes, is there a little kid laughing? And she goes, no. And then it cuts to 5 minutes later. It says, a thing pops up. It says 5 minutes later. And she goes, how are you feeling? And he goes, you know, I'm having physical symptoms now. I don't see or hear anything. My heart rate's elevated and I'm having a tough time breathing. It feels more like an anxiety attack. And then she was like, so you don't hear or see anything? And he goes, no. Then it cuts to, and it says 5 minutes later. And then he looks over at her. And then he looks right to the left, and then he looks back over at her, and she goes, do you hear something? And he goes, no, I see something. And she goes, what do you see? And he goes, a man outside the window that has no eyes. His mouth is open. And then she turns and looks, and she's so scared because it's like,
that's so scary.
Imagine hearing, he's right behind me, isn't he moment.
Yeah.
She's right next to the window, and he goes, and then it just cuts back 5 minutes later.
And then of course she looks and is not there.
Yeah, of
but
course
like, how
not.
scary would
Imagine
that be?
just hearing, there's a man behind you with no eyes and his mouth open. You go, what? What a
dude.
nightmare.
Fuck,
I
that's
do. I have,
crazy.
when it comes to things I have empathy for, I think people with mental health issues has to be number one.
Yeah, because it's like there's very little that you did.
He lives in a nightmare.
Yeah.
He lives a nightmare.
There's a guy behind you with no eyes in his mouth.
And then she just goes, oh, okay, no, he's not
Okay,
there.
he's not there.
But you know, for a split second, she's like, there better not be a
That
motherfucker with
would be.
no
You
eyes
know what that
behind
would
me
be?
right now.
That would be a great plot for like a scary movie.
Like a couple that's like a.
Yeah, like that. Like you could almost set it up exactly like that, but then like he starts to have like he's like the line starts to get blurred of like her just assuming like, oh, okay, well he's not there, you know. But then it cuts and like he actually is there, like kind of shit
Ooh,
like that.
I like that.
That could be good. That
I
could be
like
good.
that.
Yeah, I've always wondered this, and I don't even mean it to be funny. Why aren't any like nobody who I ever see who's having a schizophrenic like conversation or hallucination or whatever, you see it on the streets a lot here, they never seem like they're in like a fun convo.
I think it's
Why are they never good?
I think it's because of your anxiety, right? It's like your fight or flight's triggered. So like biologically, this would be my assumption. It's probably all fear-based because it's anxiety. So your body's doing this like data dump of hormones. And so it's probably like you're in the middle of a panic attack. So then what do you think of when you're in the middle of a panic attack? Like worst case scenario would be my assumption. I don't know. That would be what I would guess.
It's also like the thing of like sleep paralysis.
It's never like a lady sitting on your dick.
Yeah, it's a little troll sitting on your chest. It's never a lady sitting on your dick.
Yeah, it's always like a fat little kid.
That's so funny, bro.
That's what the common one is.
Fat little kid sitting on your dick.
No. It's always
Fuck, why would you say
no.
that?
It's a fat little kid that people feel on their chest.
It is like a little gremlin kind of thing, like props. If you look up,
there's
sleep
paintings
paralysis,
of it. Yeah,
there's paintings of it.
There's paintings from like the medieval times.
Bro, I have sleep paralysis every once in a while. The first time I had it was maybe one of the scariest moments of my life. I'm positive I've already told it on a pod that you and I have done at some point. Honestly, dog, if you just look up,
that little gremlin, dude,
the little fucking gremlin sitting on his chest.
Pooping.
And then there's this thing, see the thing in the corner, the like
horse lion.
So when I had it, this is more a story for Kabaza because I do think it's a good story. So I was working overnights at the time, so my sleep pattern was pretty fucked up. And one morning I woke up before my eyes were even open. I woke up and I was like in my head screaming like a prayer, like praying for help from God. Like that's how I woke up. Wasn't making any noise, and I couldn't move, and I got my eyes open, and I couldn't move. I could hardly breathe, and in the corner of my room where I have jackets hanging on the back of my door was just like a tall, faceless figure like staring at me, and then I had a backpack over like to the side of my bed, and it looked like that guy like on the side of my bed like staring at me from like from the edge of my bed, so from like a foot away, just like staring at me. And I couldn't move, and I was like freaking out, and couldn't move, couldn't breathe. And then eventually, like I closed my eyes, and then out of nowhere, I just kind of like caught my breath. And you do like a movie style, like like that. And I sat up, and when I sat up, I saw it looked like when your phone like reflects light up onto the ceiling. It looked like that, and it went across my ceiling, down my wall, across it, and then out the bottom of the door. I mean, dude, I didn't sleep right for like a week. I was so scared to go to sleep. It was one of the scariest moments of my life.
You were in the in-between world.
Bro, that's
I don't like you saying that low too. You were in the in-between world.
No, but that's so
you were almost woken up.
Is like when you look up
the truth was revealed.
So what I did is I did what anybody would do. I looked up sleep paralysis, and most of what you'll find is like folklore and like almost no scientific evidence at all. But like everybody sees the same thing.
Yeah.
And there's like all sorts of folklore. It's depending on what what nationality or country or whatever you're in, it's called different things, but it's all basically the same fucking thing.
You guys call it
Kukui.
No.
What's that?
Ignacio.
It's the
Ignacio.
it's the boogeyman.
What is it called?
Kukui.
Kukui. That's
But
a
yeah.
way cooler name than.
So like, did you ever watch American Horror Story?
Yeah. I didn't like it. I watched like the first 2 episodes, and I went,
Dude, it
I
was
don't
awesome.
like
There was a
this.
season with a character based on the like demon you see whenever you have sleep paralysis, and I get it. I've gotten it once or twice again. I think I had it like the other night. The other night I had a fucking weird one where I've been having trouble not falling asleep but staying asleep. So I end up in this weird like half in between kind of thing where I can't really feel if I'm asleep or not. And then I was in that, and then I just woke up with the sound of like somebody being like, like right in my face, and I could feel it. And so I woke up, and then I was just kind of like back totally to reality, like it was fine. And then my body just started like shaking, like my whole body.
Brother.
Yeah, it was like not chill at all. And then my heart, I think this was just from being scared from those two things happening. My heart started like pound, like uncontrollably, just like doof, doof, like crazy. And then, so I watched TikToks for a minute and then fucking tried to go back to sleep. It was fucking freaky, dude.
I had a real life nightmare happen yesterday. I was trying to parallel park in front of a group of black homeless guys. They were making fun of me, dude.
Let's talk about sleep paralysis demons. Schizophrenic black homeless guy watching me park.
I got out of the car. It took me like 3 or 4 turns to do it because I was going left. I can barely parallel park the normal way on the right side. I can't go left at all.
Okay.
It took me like 4 or 5 times. Dude, there's a group of homeless black guys. I get out of the car and one guy goes, "Man, you fucked that all up." And I was just like, "Shut up, you're homeless."
Well, there was your fucking car. That's what I would have said. Dude,
I didn't say anything, but I felt so, I was shaky.
Bro, I spazzed on a homeless guy the other day. Not full spaz, but like he came up to my window and I was like, "You got any money?" And I genuinely did. Like I was like, "I don't even have like pennies to give you. I just like I don't." And then we walked back around the front and walked to the other side, and I had fucking like money bag yo on or something like that. And he sort of leaned down and was like, that's the shit that devils listen to," like yelling at me. And it was just kind of like, in the moment, I was just like, "Fuck you, get your life together." And then I was just like, that guy's fucking mentally ill. Dude, I was just a couple days ago thinking about how long it's been since I like
had
spaz.
Public spaz.
Like a public spaz. And then that happened like later that day. And I was like, what the fuck? I had a little...
That doesn't seem that big of one.
No, it was crazy for him to yell at me, but he's also like a mentally ill homeless person. So like he thinks Moneybag Yo is the devil. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well.
And he's probably racist though, because he heard rap music and he was like, that's what devils listen to.
The
by
devil.
The way.
There's devils everywhere about here. You gotta watch out.
Yeah.
You gotta walk the other way when the devils are on the street.
Today I was pulling up to a stop sign, and to be fair, I pulled up to it pretty fast, but I was stopped way behind the line, and there was a guy, he was walking up to the corner, and he stopped because he saw me coming, and then I stopped, and then he saw me and he went,
"Oh."
And so I went, and then he walked. It just took me too long to process, so I stopped. I rolled my window down and I said, fix your fucking attitude, loser. And then I drove off. I was like, don't even know if he heard me. I was 50 yards away at that point. I just had to say something because I hated the attitude of being like, "Oh no, you pulled up a little fast, you go." It's like, fucking, you're in a fucking cardigan. Like, what the fuck do you have all this fucking attitude about?
I hate when people do shit like that.
And I stopped for you. I was behind the thick line. You have the fucking those line. You have the pedestrian cross.
Yeah, you're the pedestrian.
It's all clear.
Right.
I'm obviously sitting here fully stopped, looking at you, waiting for you to go where you have the right of way. And just the attitude of being like, "Oh no, you go," is like, I'll shoot you.
Oh.
This is why I can't have a gun.
Totally.
This is why I wouldn't actually shoot a person. I would never. But dude, you win pretty quick. You go, "No, you go. You go. You fucking,
how about you get the fuck out of the
go. No. You have pedestrians have the right of way. Go. You know, like, fuck. Dude, like I would win.
That's so
I would win all the
goddamn
time.
funny.
I would be arrested for sure.
They always say it's the equalizer.
Yeah,
you
course. Go. Yeah. Hey, no, you go.
How about you walk? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The funny thing is, I think you're going to fucking walk.
I'm sorry. I thought you had the right of way. Yeah.
Was that not me that had the right? Well, did I have the right?
It's like so obvious.
Did I not have the right of way?
It's like it doesn't even fit in the car. It gets stuck between my chest and the fucking ceiling. I'm like, no, it's just a blowhole.
No, it's my fault. You go. No, I want you to.
Yeah.
The craziest spaz I ever had happened to be on a comic on accident. I've already said this story, and you guys got mad at me for the thing I called him, so I'm going to change the story a little bit for the listeners. But I'm driving.
Yeah,
a guy, I'm trying to take a right, and it's a green light on my end. A guy has the "Do Not Walk" sign, and takes off in the middle, so I can't turn. So I start to turn, and he goes in and he's walking on his phone and he's slow. He's walking super slow and it's on fucking I was on 5th Street, so I'm like trying to like it's like kind of busy and like it's like if this light turns red, I'm not gonna be able to turn for a while. There's like cars. And so I'm like, I hit him with a beep. He looks up and flips me off. And I was like,
now, did he know it was you?
No.
Who was it again?
And
you can
so,
tell me after the pod.
And so I'll say it right now. And so he keeps walking. I go get out, and then he gives me he flips me off and is like texting too. So he's like still walking slow. And then I hit him again. And I roll my window and I was like, get out of the fucking road, you fucking. And
yeah, you called him a mean word.
And then he looks up again, and it's fucking John McNair, the open mic comic, and he looks at me, and I went, "Oh!" And then I just turned, and I just kept driving.
Now that's funny.
It was crazy.
To accidentally spaz
on a kid
somebody
that's like,
that
I know,
yeah,
who's like booked me. He's a nice guy, but it was very funny. I was very upset. Get out of the road.
That's so fucking funny.
All right, let's see if there's any closing because we got to get out of here. But let's see if there's any closing remarks. Do you have anything to close on, Matthew?
I don't think so. I am starting to book dates for next year, so I would love to drop those if you don't mind me promoting myself here. Fuck, I don't have them. Once January 17th, I'll be in San Antonio. I actually think Josh, if you're free, will be there with me as well. February 21st, I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. We're going to do it again. I got a smaller venue so that if I sell less tickets, they won't cancel the show. So the show will be happening in Kansas City, Missouri. Oklahoma, February 12th. This is not in chronological order. Those tickets are not live, but I just want you guys to know that will be happening. And then March 13th and 14th in New York City. All that can be found at mattrosscomic.com. That's new. I have a new website.
Damn.
I have a new website. It's mattrosscomic.com.
Let's go.
Yeah.
mattrosscomic.com, everybody. And then I don't have anything. Go watch the sketches off Their Heads Comedy.
Do it.